It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sara Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Thursday. Glad that you're with us one way or another, listening or watching or both. Probably not just watching. You're also listening to. At any rate, we've got some news to tell you about on this Thursday.
Crisis averted for Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield patients who use Mercy health systems. Mercy and Anthem had received an agreement. They have now reached an agreement that will prevent Mercy from ending its relationship with Anthem. There was some concern earlier this year because Mercy announced that it would end contracts with Anthem at the end of the year. But again, that will not happen now, and patient care will not be affected.
Okay, that's the outcome that they were looking for, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We told you that the city of Springfield is considering bringing in professional soccer, men's and women's teams to Springfield. They talked about that this week at the city council meeting. They'd also build a stadium as part of this, right next to Hammond's Field there, just to the east. They didn't decide anything. They're going to actually vote on whether they want to spend $75,000 to study whether bringing a United Soccer League's couple of teams in would be a good deal. That'll cost the city $75,000. So that's coming up on December 16th. On the topic of soccer, though, an upcoming tournament in Springfield is expected to bring in about $1 million worth of economic impact to the area. It'll be the first year for the Springfield Futsal Shootout, which will be played indoors at Sportstown, which is near the airport. You've driven by that. Some of you show up with your kids there a couple of weeknights like we do, or maybe even weekends if they're volleyball players. That tournament, that futsal tournament, which is kind of a twist on indoor soccer, is moving from Branson, where it's been played for the last 10 years or so. The tournament will be for 2 weekends in a row in Springfield, January 3rd through 5th for the girls, and then the 10th through the 12th for the boys. Come out and see us. We will be there watching our boy play. About half of the 70 teams are coming in from out of town. So from there is where the $1 million worth of economic impact is coming. So restaurants, hotels, all that sort of thing.
All right. Beware of phone scams. They are seeing an uptick right now. Law enforcement is. They say that people are calling, pretending to be law enforcement and pretending like someone has a warrant out for the arrest. Maybe it's the one who they're calling, or they're acting like a family member or somebody, saying that you can take care of it at the right price. Some folks say the voice is pretty convincing. I mean, it's a live human, not a robot. And it's a pretty convincing person. So if you receive that call, just hang up and notify your local police department. But that's just simply not how they do it. So if you get a call and someone's like, hey, you have a warrant out for your arrest and I need money. No, the answer is no.
Probably not true. Of course, it could be.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I mean, unless you have a warrant out for your arrest.
You may actually, but they don't call it. That's right. We don't know who our audience is. The Missouri Board of Education is considering lowering the grade point average for students who want to teach specific courses in middle and high school. So they would eventually be teachers. Right now, a GPA of at least 3.0 is required, but that could be lowered to 2.5 because some say the higher grade point average creates an unnecessary obstacle to someone who wants to be a teacher. Right now, the potential change is just being talked about, but that may end up being something that they go forward with. We'll keep you posted. Springfield, we all love our pets. Everybody knows that. Springfield has a new place for pet owners to part with those members of the family. Cherished Pets is now open. It's the city's first full-service pet funeral home and crematory. It's located on Walnut Lawn at Kansas Expressway and offers several services for grieving pet owners. And that is a terrible thing to go through, but everybody goes through it.
It is. That's interesting. I wonder if that'll take off. I sort of think it will. Do you?
Yeah. Well, the pet industry is a booming industry. I mean, all the things, accessories, and all the things that people buy for their pets, all the money people spend on their pets, I would think so.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. Christmas is less than 3 weeks away. That's exciting. And the events are really ramping up this weekend. The Nixa Winter Market is happening on Saturday from 10 to 4 at Cassidy Station. If you haven't been there yet, it's really cool right there by Fremont Hills. They have a bunch of vendors out there. You can go shop for some wares if you have people to check off the list. Also, the Nixa Christmas Parade is on Sunday, put on by the Nixa Parks and Recreation Department. That's on Sunday at 2 in Nixa. Republic is having its Christmas on Main Street. That's on Saturday from 9 to 5. There will be food trucks and vendors lining historic Main Street in Republic for that. Rogersville is having its Christmas parade and tree lighting ceremony. That is on Saturday at 4:30 at the Rogersville City Park. Also, Fair Grove is having their Christmas parade. That is on Saturday at 5 p.m. And then Willard is having Christmas on the Frisco. Of course, the Frisco Highland Trail that goes through there. That is from 9 to 5 on Saturday in Willard. And there's just lots more going on than that. If you go to our events calendar at aroundtheozarks.com, click on events, you will see a host of Christmas stuff. I mean, all sorts of things are happening this upcoming weekend. So make sure you check it out because pretty much, I mean, I feel like every community in the Ozarks is doing something.
Yeah, it's either this weekend or next weekend for most. I know Springfield's Christmas parade is not this weekend, but next. So there's lots going on. It's like fall festival season, but jollier.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. This is cool. Our friends over at the Gilloys Theater are having a free screening of the Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life. That's cool. That is Sunday at 2:00 in the p.m. over at the Gilloys Theater. It's free, no ticket required. They'll have free hot chocolate and pictures with Santa before the show. So what more could you ask for if you've never seen It's a Wonderful Life or if you've seen it 100 times?
Yeah.
It would be a cool thing to take the family to. A lot of young people haven't seen it yet, so seeing it up on a big screen would be pretty cool. Over at
Sunday
the Gilloys on Sunday. Yep.
Okay, and then before we go, we want to let you know about both of our contests. Today is Thursday, which means we will be drawing the winner of our Chiefs tickets. So if you have not yet registered at aroundtheozarks.com, you better get it in. Somebody's going to be winning tickets to the Chiefs game against the Texans. And Ethan, do you remember you were out of pocket yesterday morning? He's back to life, although you do look a little whiter than you normally do.
I know. I think my light's on brighter than normal. I do look.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's lighting or if you need to go eat a piece of fried chicken, but either way, welcome back. But do you remember the keyword or not?
Of course I do.
What is it?
Of course I do. I've been thinking about this while I was laying in bed. And not up early to do a podcast. The key word is family.
Nice. I was afraid that you had no idea. So I'm glad that you proved me wrong. You got a good memory. Nope. The keyword's family. You're going to need to know that.
Yeah.
What?
And that game, by the way, is December 21st. You didn't say the date of the game. I just want to make sure everybody knows when it is. It's December 21st against the Texans at Arrowhead.
Right. Good call, because they do have to write that down, December 21st, just in case you win. Also, we want to let you know about our Deck the Halls contest, and it is online as well at aroundtheozarks.com. And send us your Christmas picture. You only have to the end of this week to do that. And then the listeners and the viewers of Around the Ozarks get to vote on their favorite Christmas picture, like the favorite decor. So this is like lights or your tree or something in your house that's beautiful. And our listeners get to vote on that. And whoever wins gets 4 tickets, a yearly pass, 4 yearly passes to Wonders of Wildlife.
Wow.
Which is awesome. A fantastic gift.
Yeah.
Plus
that's the gift
a $100
that keeps on giving all year long.
Seriously though, I know. And then they also get a $100 gift card to Jim's Steakhouse. So really it is a treat. And all of that's right now at aroundtheozarks.com. Just click on contest.
Check it out. And hey, thanks for being with us this morning. We appreciate it. And don't forget about us this Christmas season. Sarah will have an address where you could ship gifts, big and small.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Your
no, he's a nerd.
favorite Around the Ozarks podcast host.
Yeah. Too bad you can't do like a try it before you buy it on here. It's the segment we hear about most, but I don't feel like it translates as well on a podcast. The try it before you buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, and we will see you back here tomorrow morning, where we will also announce the winners.
We'll see you then. Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. It is bitterly cold out there across the Ozarks. Bundle up. You need all the layers this morning. We've got temperatures in the teens at 5 a.m., and it feels like the single digits. We are in for a cold one across the Ozarks today. High pressure in control of our weather pattern, but that does not mean that it's going to be this nice, beautiful, sunny day. We will have the sunshine, but with this kind of high pressure in place, it is so strong that the sky has totally cleared out overnight. We are seeing temperatures fall close to those dew point numbers. The air is dry, and we are in for a cold day across the area today. A strong north wind is also in the forecast, and that's already making our wind chill values feel like the single digits. Factor in the wind this afternoon. I think we're feeling like the teens and 20s most of the day today. A bitter cold start, but this afternoon is going to be cold too. I have high temperatures that barely manage to make it to the freezing point. 32 degrees, my forecasted high temperature in Springfield today. It is going to be a cold one through the day, and the winds will be gusty too. We are on the backside of a cold front now with strong high pressure in control. It could be worse. There's a whole lot of snowy activity going on in the northeastern portion of the country. So thankfully, we're not seeing that. But winds here in the Ozarks today will gust over 20 miles an hour. And when temps are only in the 30s, you can expect a cold day today. So you need the snow gear, even though we're not expecting any snow. Mid-50s return for us on Saturday. So if you liked that brief warm-up yesterday, I've got another one in the weekend forecast. It does look like a little bit of precip is back in the forecast for the weekend, but I think temperatures will be warm enough to support this as a rainfall event and not mixing in any of that wintry weather this time. So that's kind of what the long range forecast is looking like for us. Today, nothing but sunshine, 32 degrees for the high temperature in Springfield. It's another cold one tonight with temps back to the mid-teens. Tomorrow, better, mid-40s and sunshine, but Saturday looks great, 53 degrees for the high temperature on Saturday with more sunshine, and we should see the shower chances move back in by the afternoon hours on Sunday. Around the country, what's making headlines? It's Arctic air taking shape over the northern tier of the country and much of the Northeast. We've got brief, intense bursts of heavy snow that are possible for our friends up north. Gusty winds are also in the forecast for the central Appalachians, the mid-Atlantic, and the Northeast today. So there's a lot of winter weather and perhaps some things that could slow travel down for anybody traveling on the East Coast this week, whereas things are just kind of cold and quiet here in the middle part of the country. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with yesterday, I'm kind of trying to stay on this holiday theme. And this one having to do with reindeer, not the movie this time, but real reindeer. In North America, wild reindeer are referred to as what? Do you think it is A, elk, B, moose, C, caribou, or D, deer? Well, the answer is actually C, a caribou. That is a wild reindeer in North America. Caribou actually originate in the Northern America area, part of them in the Pacific Northwest, but also they are native to Alaska and Canada. They can be seen in the Pacific Northwest. You know what I actually thought reindeer were? I was in Colorado the first time I saw a mule deer, which are the big, deer with the antlers on top. I thought that was a wild reindeer. It is not. A caribou and a mule deer are both deer or types of deer, but caribou and mule deer, they often differ in size, color, and antlers. The caribou are typically larger than the mule deer. Caribou also have a dark brown body with a whitish neck. That's the reindeer look that we're used to. And mule deer have large ears and black-tipped tails. Antlers, both male and female. Caribou grow antlers that are C-shaped when viewed from the side, but only male deer called bucks grow antlers which are pointy and forked for the mule deer. So there's the difference. Now we know. Congrats if C, caribou was your choice. Here's the next chance to win. How many reindeer are featured in the poem, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas"? Do you think there are A, 6, B, 8, C, 9, or D, 12 reindeer? Let me know your guess. You can do that at the website. That's aroundtheozarks.com. Bundle up today. It's just not going to get a whole lot better through the course of the afternoon. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk more about this chilly forecast. Temperatures again tonight will fall to the teens. So find a way to stay warm. Drink an extra hot chocolate today. Thank you so much to Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air for sponsoring the podcast. And thank you so much for listening. If you've been enjoying Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, I would really appreciate a great review wherever you get your podcasts. And we will chat again tomorrow morning.